Good afternoon everybody, that runner Matt here, and today we are going for a quick review of week 2 of Abingdon Marathon training, and a quick look at what's going to happen in week number 3, which will leave another 7 weeks before the big day. So earlier in the week I mentioned I was probably going to target somewhere around 70 miles. Ended up going in the direction closer to 80, which was very good, mainly due to the fact that I ended up doing 15 on Wednesday. It wasn't in the plan. I'd had a route planned to go to an interview, and it was longer than I thought, so by the time I got back I was on 15, and I was on 60 by the end of Saturday, so I thought, why not do 20? I could have just done 10 or even 15, but when you've got nothing else to do on the Sunday except watch Chelsea get battered again. Yes, Chelsea fan here, enjoying life in the Premier League once again. Anyway, 80 miles, can't complain. Got the sessions in I wanted. The video on the Alpha Fly testing, doing those 2x5k was good. Yeah, no problems there. And then it was a pretty decent effort at parkrun, which does lead me on to what happened there. Obviously the video I'm making now, this one, I was going to record it yesterday, but the video for parkrun ended up happening, that ended up coming out yesterday, because I tried for about 5 hours yesterday to get it from the video editor onto YouTube, and it wasn't working, so I tried it in 480p at about whatever time it went up yesterday, about 30 minutes before that. That's why it's in 480p, and yes, it is, of course, if you have seen it, it is terribly shaky because I had it in my hand, so I probably won't use that GoPro again. It's nice to have. I might prop it up and do shots of shoes or what I'm reviewing if I do stuff like that. But yes, using it for runs, I've been told even if it's attached to your chest, it's still quite shaky. I might give it a go, we'll see. So yeah, then did 20 miles with a few of the Whitney Club crew on the Sunday. I had a couple of Cis Gels and a Lucozade. So glad I took the Lucozade because it was still very humid even at, what time did we leave? We left about just before 8:15, even that early. I mean, obviously doing 20 miles didn't finish until 11:15. Obviously wanted to get back in time for the other football, for the England football, so don't want to talk about that either. So very glad I took that with me, because I definitely would have been struggling without it. And then going into this week, I think that's all I wanted to talk about last week. Parkrun was good. Yeah, decent effort. Went at as close to marathon pace as I could, because the course wasn't perfect. It was a bit of rain on the Friday night, so yeah, it wasn't perfect conditions, but good enough to be able to run at that marathon pace and not be overexerting, knowing that I had the mileage to do on the Sunday. So going into today, and then now this coming week of training, I did 14 this morning around the Whitney 10 course. Always good to do the local race course, get a bit of practice in. Did it a pretty decent effort considering the mileage I'd done last week, and wanted to get a bit of elevation in before later in the week, keeping it a bit flat before the race. So going to try and top end this week, do quite a bit of mileage. Obviously I've done the mileage today, but Tuesday I'll probably do a double, do an easy in the morning, and then got a session planned in the afternoon, and then another 12 or 13 on Wednesday. Not quite sure, keeping it fluid, Although I did think about possibly taking not taking Wednesday off, but doing a lower mileage on the Wednesday, and then actually running on Friday, which I don't normally do, and putting the session in, because what I've found in the past few months, and even in the past few years, is that when I do the motivation races, which are on a Thursday night, because I'd run on a Tuesday and a Wednesday anyway, and our sessions are normally on a Tuesday, doing that Tuesday session, biologically, physiologically speaking, I think is really beneficial when you're racing 2 days after, because you've still got that, and especially if you go out on the day before as well, even if it's for a short one, just running at the speed that you're planning on running on the Thursday in that case, but in this coming case on the Sunday, it really just primes your body, makes your muscles sort of aware that that fast stuff is coming, and it's just a bit of a less of a shock to the system, really. So yes, Tuesday session, the plan is currently 5 by 2k, I think, as opposed to 2 by 5k. Probably still go at marathon pace, maybe put the last two a little bit faster, just see how I feel. Want to give those Alpha Fly 2s another spin out on slightly shorter reps, and see how they feel. Obviously I wasn't a huge fan, I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt in that first session. We'll try them again on Tuesday, and then possibly try them again on Friday, although I might go with something that I prefer. But if I want to race in them on Sunday, it's probably best, in my own opinion, to give them one more spin on Friday, because then if I don't like them, I've got shoes that I've already done races in. And then the session on Friday will probably, the session I normally do before the motivations, I do, oh god, it's been a while, 6 by 800, that sounds right, yeah, 6 by 800 with 90 seconds rest, and that's normally at the planned race pace when it's the race distance for that upcoming race is between 5 and 10k. So I might do a couple less miles, a couple less reps even, and yeah, we'll just see how we go, and if that works in my favour come the Sunday. Saturday will be an easier park run, get a bit of extra mileage in. We'll see where the mileage is by the Saturday. Definitely at the end of whatever easy mileage I've done before when I get home is I'll put some strides in, and then yes, Sunday is race day. Hopefully we'll get some footage from either myself or spectators, and then we will be running back down the A40, which is, as said before, a great time. So, one more thing before I go. After my run this morning, I have had this, which was an iPro Hydrate. It says recommended by Parkrun if you can't read it mirrored. Literally got this at the running show in January, and it has been sitting in a combination of in my room and in the shoe cupboard for the last 6 months, and that's been a bit of a clear out, and I looked at the best before date, hopefully getting it right, and it says the 8th of December, and I thought, bite the bullet, just, get it in the fridge and have some. And it is mango flavour, and actually very nice. But as far as I've seen, normally I shop in Tesco, I've never seen it. So if anyone knows if they're still going, obviously that was 6 months ago when I got this. And again, I also don't get the Parkrun newsletter anymore. I did unsubscribe from that. So if it's still in there, then someone do let me know, and I will see if I can source some more. And then they might actually go on the old Oxen Snacks website as well. So I think that's about it for this week. Not this week, but for today's video. That's it for this week's plan. We'll probably do a couple of updates, maybe a second time round review of the Alpha Flies, maybe a bit more footage, we will see. But apart from that, I think we're good. So until the next one, I will see you around. Bye!